What's up everyone? Welcome to Scythe Plush's ranking of the Persona spin-off intros. This list will consist of the intros from all current Persona spin-offs, so I won't be counting Persona 5 Tactica or Persona 5X, if that's even a spin-off. Quick disclaimer before we start-
Embarrassing!
Quick disclaimer before we start. This is my personal list, so if you don't agree with it, feel free to put yours in the comments. Also, all these intros are good. I just wanted to put them in the list, okay? Alright, now let's start the list with... Alright, so we are starting our list off with the Persona 4 Arena intro.
It's a wrong road.
Now, just because this is all the way at the bottom doesn't mean that it's bad, okay? The song along with the visuals are both cool. I really like the reveal of some of the characters from the Persona 3 cast and how they walked up at this one part. Like, bro, look at Mitsuru. She bossed up like crazy! One of the reasons why this is so low for me is because personally, I don't really like how dark the intro looks visually. And on top of this, I just prefer the Ultimax intro more because of its song and visuals. Maybe I'm a little biased because I haven't watched this intro as much as I've watched the other ones on this list. But yeah, this one's going to have to be low for me. Although the last part of this intro is fire. I'm sorry.
Make it now. Compromise. Fighting for a better life.
Here's another one.
Okay, now putting this one so low on the list really hurt, but next up, we have the Persona 4 Dancing All Night intro. I hate putting this one so low on the list because of the fact that I really like the song that goes with this intro. But this list is based on the song along with the visuals, and unfortunately, the visuals slightly bring this one down. I do still like the visuals of this intro, especially in the later half, but the animation in the first half always throws me off each time I watch the intro. The animation of some of the characters dancing looks a little weird, especially Yosuke's. I'm guessing the dances were rotoscoped, which basically means that they drew the characters over someone doing the actual dances frame by frame. But I'm not sure about that, so don't take that as fact. But the dances for Naoto and Kanji look really nice to me. But yeah, unfortunately, this one's got to be at number 7. I didn't want to do it, but I had to be real with myself. Alright, next up, we have the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax intro.
One thing that I'm sure of is that you gotta put it to survive this madness.
I don't really have much to say on why this intro is in this spot. The song of this intro is probably the main reason as to why this intro is above the Persona 4 Arena intro. It really carries this intro a lot for me, since the song really gets you amped up to play a fighting game. Every time I opened the game and heard this song, I was hyped and ready to hop right into a battle.
Wait, nah, come on. I just want to use one of these clips. Hold on, let me at Amir.
Oh my gosh, Mario!
On top of this, I personally prefer the visuals of this intro over the original because of how brighter it is and how every character is introduced in this intro. Not only this, but the animation is really clean as well. Like I said, I don't really have much to say on this one, so let's keep it moving. This next one really had me in a dilemma, but the Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight intro is in my number 5 spot. Okay, so the reason I say this one put me in a dilemma is that I prefer the song Dance over Groovy, and I wanted to put the Persona 4 Dancing intro over the Persona 5 Dancing intro. But I knew that the visuals of the Persona 5 dancing intro were better than the Persona 4 dancing intro, so I came to the conclusion that I should put this intro over the Persona 4 dancing one. But the visuals in this intro carried it a lot. Like this part with Futaba and Haru is fire. Even though it's really simple, I don't know, I just really like it a lot. If this intro didn't have the visuals it has, or the Persona 4 dancing intro had these visuals, then yeah, I'm sorry, this one would be lower for me. The backgrounds of this intro, along with the animation, are just amazing and really nice to look at. I also like how they kept the Persona 5 style in terms of them using the black, gray, white, and red color scheme throughout the entire intro. That bag they got from Persona 5 must have been insane for them to make something like this look so good. Alright, coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the Persona Q intro. Now this intro is up there for me mainly because of the art direction they took for this intro. I like the art style of the characters and how the lines drawn on the outside of them are thicker than the ones drawn on the inside. To add to this, the backgrounds and colors used in this intro are very bright and fun. Well, not this part. My favorite part of the intro is when you and Makoto meet and shake hands. Then boom, we go into a scene with characters from Persona 3 and 4 interacting with each other, which was cool to see. Oh, and the song that goes with this intro titled Maze of Life is literally one of my favorite Persona songs. I just like the vibes of the song. Lastly, the final shot with all the characters on the cogwheels is a fire shot. Alright, we have finally made it to the top 3 intros. And I'm gonna be honest, these 3 intros are all interchangeable for me. But I had to put them in order. So coming in at number 3, we have the Persona Q2 intro.
Before the curtain rises, how does it feel to be in right? What fate so certain?
It's pretty simple as to why I have this so high up. The song in this intro titled Road Less Taken includes all the vocalists from Persona 3, 4, and 5. I mean, come on. That's like the best combination you can get in any Persona song. On top of that, it includes all the main characters from the 3 most recent mainline Persona games, so everyone can be happy. I think the part where each of the female characters from every game are flashing across the screen doing one consecutive movement is really unique. Also, this part of Kamoshida dancing is oddly funny to me, and I don't even know why. Speaking of that dance, the animation in this intro is pretty good too. I really like how in the beginning it shows all the Phantom Thieves doing their own activities, but the way it goes with the song and how they're all revealed really gets you hyped like something's about to go down. But yeah, this intro is high up there for me. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Persona 5 Strikers intro. At first, I had this at number 1, but I'm gonna be real, I have a bias towards the number 1 spot. I'm sorry, okay? Although this is my list, so you can't really get mad at me. But yeah, this intro is really up there for me, obviously because of the visuals. I mean, come on. It's got similar visuals to the original Persona 5 intro, and that was already a great intro. The song used in this intro titled You Are Stronger really brings this intro all together, because the intro starts off hyped, showing all the Phantom Thieves jumping off buildings and other stuff, while the song is going crazy. Then it goes into a more laid-back section of the song, with the corresponding visual of all the Phantom Thieves on a train to go with it. And then boom! The song eventually goes back to being crazy, with everyone fighting shadows in the streets of the first area the game puts you in. I also like how the end of the intro is more action oriented. It really gives you a sense of the action that's about to take place in this game. But yeah, this intro has to be one of my favorites. I mean, come on, it's number 2 on my list. Now it's time to move on to number 1. And if you know all the Persona spin-offs, you already know what's in my number 1 spot. we have finally made it to the #1 spot on my list. And in this spot, we have the Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight intro. Okay, so this might not be a popular pick, I don't know, but for me, this intro is pure eye candy. The visual effects they use in this intro are just amazing to look at, along with how they kept the blue color scheme of Persona 3 throughout the entire intro. One of my favorite parts of this intro is when Makoto puts his headphones on and his outfit changes and the background just explodes. You know, the more I look at this intro, the more I realize that the Persona 4 dancing game got sold when it comes to visuals. But it was the first game in the dancing series, so I guess that makes sense. But as I was saying, I really like the style of this intro. And the song that goes with it! That song is so heat and fits with this intro so well. Not only that, but I really like how you can interpret the song as being about the Persona 3 crew seeing Makoto again after his death and spending one last night with him until he's gone again. That's what really made me put this in my #1 spot. And maybe a little biased, but we're not going to talk about that. Oh, but how could I forget the end of the song? The end of the song is literally my favorite part. The way it just closes out, it's just beautiful. I'm sorry. It's beautiful.
For the better good, much needed. Tonight's the night, reunite, party over here. No mass destruction needed.
And just like that, my list has been completed. Like I said at the beginning, if you have a different list from me, be sure to let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see the different lists people have. But yeah, that's all I really had to say, so peace out.